Hey, this is Barry Chong for ToroMagazine.com. I am here with comedian, entertainer, lovely Sandra Bernhard. How are you?
Very well. Thank you, Barry.
Welcome back to Toronto.
It's great to be here.
You're hosting the Canadian Music and Broadcast Awards.
That's right.
I was wondering, is hosting easier than your regular performance? Do you enjoy doing it?
No, not as much. But it's good. It's cool. You know, it's another outlet for your talents and you know, kind of hones a different side of your craft.
Because I was thinking, like, I think you would be like the perfect Oscar host because you're sort of raconteur. You can sing and dance.
Yes.
You're funny. You're biting.
Thank you.
And you know, the Oscars haven't had that sort of host for probably a decade. I mean, you know, Billy Crystal's sort of that guy.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people have sort of felt he's sort of fallen off the hosting way.
Well, you know, I think it's hard to do that year after year and maintain your kind of originality. I think I'd be great at that. And, you know, maybe in the next couple of years when my profile rises a little more, who knows? That's possible.
That's what they say.
You know, I think it's a thankless gig, but I'd be willing to take it on at least once because that's probably the only chance I would get. They pull the rug out from under you on that one.
Do you ever get tired of performing? I was wondering because, I mean, you perform so much.
I think there are some nights that are more challenging than others, to be honest. But overall, I still love it. And I've managed to keep, you know, being in the moment and, you know, spontaneous and always kind of regenerating my material. So I'd have to say I'm 98% still in love with what I do.
Do you ever change up a set, you know, maybe mid-tour, just because you feel it's getting stale, or you just want to do something fresh?
I change it almost every night.
Even though you know it works, you just feel you have to change it?
I mean, there are key pieces that I'll keep doing just because, you know, sometimes like halfway through improvising and coming up with new material, you sort of like, you know, you get a little tired. It's because you got to stay in that headspace. Like I performed in New York a couple weeks ago, and almost the entire show was improvised because it was a small. It was at a university, and it was a small venue, and I just felt like New Yorkers I could just sit there and schmooze with it as if they were at my cocktail party.
How do you like being directed on film and TV? Do you have a certain way you like to be approached by a director?
Well, I like somebody who knows what they're doing,
and
that's unusual and rare. I mean, you know, having worked with somebody like Martin Scorsese and a few of the other people that I respect, you've got to have a clear take on what you're trying to get out of the performance. And so often people will just be wishy-washy and very like, you know, kind of like confused. You can see their confusion and you're like, well, what do you want from me? And sometimes you'll do something 10 different ways and it still isn't what they want. And you go, I can't keep doing this. So
it's a matter of like confidence and vision is part of it?
Yes.
Okay. And I know, like a lot of comedians, when they work with directors, like sort of auteurs like Scorsese, they're sort of thrown off by like, I think because blocking and that sort of this camera movement, and, you know, there's a more cinematic sense to the way they work. Do you appreciate that?
That's what I love.
Yeah,
I love somebody whose work I've seen and go, you know, listen. I mean, I wish Hitchcock would come back. I mean, he'd be terrifying to work with. But I was just watching the movie Flying Back the other day on the plane, the Hitchcock movie with Anthony Hopkins, and it was just like, oh my God, this is so fun and crazy. And it was like, you know, you saw the movies, but then to see what went on behind the scenes is what really makes it amazing and exciting.
I would love to see Sandra Bernhard at a Hitchcock
film.
Movie.
I'm not a Hitchcock blonde, but I'm sure I could bring something new.
There would be a certain...
I could bring a coolness,
a pizzazz of some sort. What's sort of making you laugh now, either in the world or in comedy or anything, really?
I love I love a lot of the new ladies, from the Bridesmaids ladies. They're all, I love Kristen Wiig and Maya Rudolph, and just the funny ladies. I love Lily Tomlin. She's a perennial favorite of mine. I don't know, you know, and then there's just random things that make me laugh. Like, you know, I'm very into, like, animals, like, you know, monkeys who are dressed up or...
You're on YouTube all the time?
My dog... No, just things that I see on the street. You know, there might be a monkey walking.
That's terrific. Anyway, thanks so much, Sandra.
Thank
really appreciate
you, Barry. This is wonderful.
Thanks so much. So it's Sandra Bernhard and Barry Chong for ToroMagazine.com.